Yum yum, let's order Chinese. Which Brooklyn neighborhood saw a major boom in the 1980s, establishing it as the borough's primary Chinatown? Opening in 1982, which massive Sunset Park restaurant became a landmark for its grand scale and was one of the first large dim sum banquet halls in Brooklyn? What was the dominant style of Chinese cuisine in the popular Brooklyn restaurants of the 1970s and 80s, largely due to immigration patterns from Hong Kong? Which of these legendary Chinese restaurants was famously located in Manhattan, not Brooklyn, during the 1970s and 80s? In Bensonhurst, a neighborhood with a large Italian-American population, which long-standing Chinese restaurant was a beloved local institution for classic Cantonese American fare throughout the 70s and 80s? The rise of large banquet halls like Pacificana in the 1980s was driven by a need to host what specific type of weekend culinary and social event? The significant growth of Brooklyn's Chinese population and, consequently, its restaurant scene in the 70s and 80s was a direct result of what major piece of federal legislation? Before Sunset Park's rise, which neighborhood had one of the oldest, though smaller, Chinese American communities and restaurants in Brooklyn? Besides sit-down dining, what was a common feature of many neighborhood Chinese restaurants in Brooklyn during this era, often separated by a beaded curtain or a separate counter? In the 1970s, a typical menu at a Brooklyn Chinese restaurant would have been least likely to feature dishes from which regional cuisine, which only gained widespread popularity later.